Good morning. Welcome everyone to our day 5 of September. All right, today we are going to clear a topic that is so familiar to everyone, okay? Today we are going to release the fear of success. Now, I have a little thing to say about this. In 15 minutes, I'm only going to be able to touch the surface. So what I'm doing is tonight is my monthly group call. It's at 7 o'clock Central Time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a full hour of releasing the fear of success and releasing the fear of failure. Because as I was prepping for this, there's so much more energy there to it. So I wanted to give you another opportunity to get this cleared on an even deeper level of what we're going to go today. So that being said, good morning everyone, or afternoon whenever you're watching this. Let's go ahead and get started and get your deep breaths going, get your grounding oils on, your boundary oils. I was just really drawn to just Melaleuca today. You probably have an oil blend. You may have an oil blend from previous months that you really like. Sometimes I use a blend, and sometimes I'm just drawn to a single oil. So I was drawn to that today, and forgive and hope. So those are what I put on this morning. Take a nice big breath, and let's just release any emotional overwhelm that you might be carrying around with you. And I want to acknowledge, as you're breathing and releasing this, I want to acknowledge like how, let's see, what's the word I want to use? Like how uncomfortable it may be to write down your fears. And I realize that that's probably bringing up a lot of junk for you. And I want to acknowledge that, but I want you to also tell you that I'm proud of you for doing it, because a lot of times just the acknowledgement of it can make the fear start to get smaller. Okay. And as you participate this month, those fears are going to be getting smaller and smaller as well. But I also want you to remember, as your goals get bigger, your belief in yourself must get deeper. And the way that we do that is when our fear comes up. So for whatever reason, I just needed to say that this morning. So take a big breath on that. And I really want to connect you guys to just like being peaceful with your fear. Okay, it's not your enemy. It's not something you've done wrong. It's not a broken part of you. Okay, I really want you to hear that. Your fear is not a broken part of you. Your fear is there to guide you and to get you to each next level. And you have to like take action, or you have to like be in that mindset of using your fear that way. And so that's why we're doing this work, is to get you in that place where you recognize your fear isn't something wrong with you. Okay, it's actually powerful and it can help you. Okay. Let's get you just connected to the earth and connected to heaven. Take a nice big breath on that. Really just open up that heart space so that you feel really grounded to your purpose, your passion, grounded in your relationships, even if they're like a little rocky right now, some of them. You can still be grounded in them as you're working through the ups and downs. And the same thing with your business or your career, or a project at work you have. It's you can feel grounded even in the chaos. So take a nice big breath on that. And then also just opening that heart space up to allowing all of heaven's help that's there waiting for you. Okay, that help, that guidance, that divine, I keep seeing like a puzzle in my head, like, so the divine help putting all the puzzle pieces together. Okay, so really have that intention today of letting your divine help guide you, direct you, work out the details for you. Okay, so you're not having this feeling of like I have to push myself, or I have to push this outcome, or it's just like let that help keep you calm and grounded, and like help you be more in flow. Okay. All right, so I want you to go back to the old way of journaling. Okay, I want you to go back to writing down what divine truth that God has for you. Just listen to that, be still for a minute with that, and then write down any miracles. And I'm gonna give you a new journaling technique at the end of the session today. I think that's going to feel more empowering. Okay. All right, so today we are going to be clearing blocks around the fear of success. So as I'm looking at what you guys have shared on the thread, and those of you who have emailed or have messaged me, what I do as an energy coach is look for patterns and roots, and like what you're really saying, like the meaning underneath your words. And so there's lots of meanings underneath, or lots of what are the words I want there? There's lots of underlying roots, I guess, too. Like if fear of success was one root, there's like little offshoots. That's the word I was looking for. Little offshoots. So there's overwhelm. There can be money blocks getting in the way of that fear of success. Like if I get too much money, it's going to change me, right? The amount of responsibilities that you perceive as too much as your success grows, that can contribute to fear of success. And then one comment that was made yesterday on the thread that really intrigued me, and that was, what if I miss out on what's really important, and as I'm going towards success? So I thought that was so interesting, and I really want to clear the energy around that, because as I read that, it was like, why wouldn't what you want be what God wants? Like if your heart is in the right place, if you believe that you're getting that divine inspiration and you are having that intention to go in a certain direction with your relationships, with your business, with a career, with whatever decisions you're making, if your intention is to be connected to God's will, then trust that your thoughts are His thoughts. Okay. Now, you can monitor ego and that kind of stuff, and you'll know when that happens. But overall, I want to clear that fear, because it feels really deep for the group, in that what if I'm missing out on what's really important, or what if I'm like going in the wrong direction? So everyone take a nice big breath. And what I want to clear is this like energetic separation between you and God, where you doubt yourself in like where your heart is leading you. Okay, so take a nice big breath on that, and we're just going to clear any experience, like the energy from any experiences on your timeline where you second guess yourself when it comes to, well, anything really, whether it was with your friends, with your parents, with what you thought was inspiration, but it didn't turn out like you wanted it to or hoped it would. Just any of those kinds of experiences that we all have throughout our lives. Just want to release the attachment that you have to that old information, that old programming. So nice big breaths on that. The other thing that wanted to clear was some limiting beliefs, just limiting belief energy. That feels really generational, like what's really possible. The words, like come back to reality, kind of like have popped into my head as when I'm tuning into that generational programming. So just take a big breath, and we're just going to release whatever limiting beliefs are that you're carrying from past generations. Big breath on that. Okay, good. And then the energy of, you can't have it all. Like that phrase, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Like that, just let's just get rid of the energy of that, because that just feels really heavy and yucky. So take a big breath on that. Okay, so I've got some affirmations for you. Okay, my brain is wired for happiness and success. Okay, so that's one thing that really came up, like in that the fear of success is that, well, if I'm successful, I can't be happy too. So we're clearing some blocks around that. My brain is wired for happiness and success. My heart and soul guide me towards success. My heart and soul are rewiring my brain for success by being grateful. Okay, so that connection of happiness and success is really powerful in releasing this fear of success. Okay, and I just read an article this morning where they did some neuroscience studies on how gratitude actually rewires the brain. It changes those neural pathways. So gratitude is so important. Okay, and that's why I have you write down your miracles. That's a form of gratitude, is just acknowledging the good things that are happening in your life. So if you've been doing that on a consistent basis, you have been rewiring your brain for the last 8 months. Okay, so just continue that, or start doing that wherever you are on the spectrum. It doesn't matter, just start. Okay, it's never too late. Then I am worthy and deserving of success, and I am fully capable of success. So take a nice big breath on that. And like I said earlier, I'm going to be going deeper in my monthly group call tonight. There's a lot more that wants to clear there, but this is going to be a really great start for you guys. Okay. Okay. Oils to use today and throughout the week, really. Juniper, I want to continue to use the juniper berry and frankincense together. Okay. Patchouli, and I'll explain a little bit more on that in just a second. Tangerine for creativity, and Ylang Ylang for fun. Okay, I want to keep that fun energy as you are, as you're making this transition and clarifying your perspective and shifting your perspective. Okay, the writing exercise I want you to start doing is, I don't know if you guys have heard of Afformations. I know probably a lot of you had. Noah St. John created them, and I love his perspective because it made so much sense to me. Like saying affirmations over and over again to a brain whose subconscious doesn't believe the positive statement is frustrating, and it doesn't do anything except create agitation. Okay, so he created like the back door. Okay, it doesn't clear the roots, but how I use affirmations is to support what you're clearing. So a lot of times I'll have my clients put their affirmations that we clear in a session in affirmation form, which is a question form. So a lot of times you'll notice that you go throughout your day and you'll be like, oh, why can't this be easy? Why can't, why do I always feel so afraid? Why does it feel like this is so hard? Like you're having these questions throughout the day. Well, your brain is just going to start looking for the answer. Okay, it doesn't know that it doesn't have to be hard, or that it doesn't know that it could look for something different. Your subconscious brain is just looking for, oh, you have that question? All right, well, if you're asking why it's going to be so hard, then I guess I'm going to support that. And it will support the energy of creating the difficult things. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to look at your fear list, all right? And you're going to look at it and say, oh, I just can't, like, I want to have more focus. I'm afraid that I won't have the focus to be successful. Okay, let's say that's one of your fears. The affirmation would be, why is it so easy for me to stay focused? Okay, you don't have to answer the question. You're just training your brain to look for the answer of what you do want. Okay. What if your fear was, I don't know if I'm going to have enough physical and mental energy to be successful. How am I going to handle that all? How am I going to handle it, right? Your brain is like, well, I don't know. If you say, how am I going to have the physical and mental energy? It's already like in a negative. Well, you don't have that. So it's going to support that. So the affirmation could be something like, why do I love having the mental and physical energy to be productive and have fun? Okay, so you want to write like all the positive things, like the feeling things and the goal things. I'm going to give you a few more. Why is it so easy to believe in myself? Why is it so fun to talk to people and share my message? Why do the right people love saying yes to me? I love that one. Why is it so natural for me to be a strong leader? Why am I always on God's path of love and abundance? And then one more example. Why is it so easy for me to let go of the outcome? And you could add something in there. Why is it so easy for me to teach a class and let go of the outcome? Or you could say, why is it so easy for me to teach a class and let people say yes? So have fun with that. Play around with that today. I'm telling you, me just writing these down has totally like lifted my spirits. And I'm going to sit down and it's been a while since I've done these affirmations myself, and I'm going to start doing them every day along with you as well. So have fun with that today. If you would like to post some on the thread, I would be happy to look at them. And sometimes they need a little bit of tweaking. You want to make sure you don't have any negative wording in there. Like, why is it so easy for me to let go of feeling like a failure? Like, you don't want to say that. You want to say, why is it so easy for me to feel successful? Or why is it so easy for me to be successful? Okay, so if you have any questions on that, message me, ask them on the thread. I'll be checking throughout the day today. But have an amazing day, and we'll get the link out to my email list about the call tonight if you guys are interested in that. All right, have an amazing day. I love you guys, and let go of that fear of success. You've got this.